two tunes. They're two slip jigs. The first one's Gort na Mona, the second one, Tír Rafferty. They're recent compositions by Michael Rooney, who's a young, highly regarded composer and concertina harp player from County Monaghan. And now we have a very special treat for you. We're going to have a song from somebody here on the course. She's going to sing a song that she wrote herself. Could you please give a big welcome to Joan Walsh?
I have to plug myself in. It's the universe. Thanks very much. Yeah, this is a song I wrote back in '95. There's a very gentle-spoken, kind-hearted man by the name of Paddy McMahon. He also has a pen name of Patrick Francis. And he was born in the early 1930s down in County Clare. And I guess his environment was a strict Catholic upbringing, but also at the same time there was all the stories of fairies and ring forts and ghosts and everything. So he went on then to work in the civil service in Dublin and was involved with drama. But when he was in his 40s, he as he says himself, he opened up to the notion of guides and angels. And at that time, after that time, he started getting these communications. It actually was all a bit too much for him. And he found it difficult to cope with his life and his work. And then he asked for them to settle down and just communicate when he asked. So that's what they did. And then he started seeing people as well for guidance. And at the early 90s, I went to see him, as many people did. And he lent me a book about Biddy Early. And Biddy Early was a healer from County Clare. And he said to me, maybe I'll write a song about her. So I did. So this is it. Her hair was as bright as the red setting sun. Some blamed her for deeds that she'd never done. They brought her to court for witchcraft, they say. This scapegoat trial was thrown out in a day. People would come from far and from near to gain a cure for the loved ones dear. She'd say, take it easy on your way back home, and hold tight to that bottle for which you have come. Wise, wise woman of Clare, wise, wise woman of Clare. The men in the black cloth were against her ways. She dealt with the devil from the pulpit, they'd say. But she was strong and she stood her ground, for she was a healer of a magical kind. The queen of the gypsies, from Kerry she came, for she'd heard of Biddy and that of her fame. And Biddy's black bottle was wrapped in red, the future she'd see right up to your death. Wise, wise woman of Clare, wise, wise woman of Clare. She wouldn't take money for her own herbal cures, some food and punching for her own restores. She had lived for husbands till a ripe old age, and her name Biddy Early